jackets, and then it will get sunny.
There you go.
Okay. Well, creepy and crawly, or a delicacy for some snails, that is. If you're headed out to the garden this weekend, you may notice some extra unwanted guests thanks to the rain this week.
Yes, and we did get a lot of it. But as KCAL 9's Sylvia Lopez shows us this morning, there are some good and natural ways to say goodbye to those unwanted pests.
We are in the garden today talking about snails with Nick Federoff from thingsgreen.com.
How you doing?
Nick, thanks. Well, these little guys you find everywhere.
Well, I don't know. These things are just huge. What are you talking about? You ever notice when you look at an insect, you know, everybody gets all squeamish?
Oh, yeah.
We never realize how big we are compared to them.
This is true.
But
gotta remember that.
But whatever little moisture that we have here in Southern California, that's an invitation for snails to start coming out. So there's a lot of different ways that we can get rid of them.
Okay.
And that's what we want to do over here.
Toss them out.
Yeah, first thing we want to do is that we want to get ourselves some bread crumbs. Okay, and then you take a little bit of glue and you put some glue on their shells, put the breadcrumbs on, and then the birds will come up and they'll eat them.
Oh, poor little guys.
Or what you could do, is you could just draw like a little circle on them or something like a bullseye. Maybe the bird. No. And of course, I'm sure you've tried this. Yeah, we're just kidding about this, folks. Don't do this. Now, you know, this actually was a staple when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
All right, kind of gross but fun at the same time.
I hate to admit how much fun it was.
Yeah, the bubbly. Yeah, you take a little salt, you throw some salt on those things, and they bubble them.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are some natural ways.
A little more humane.
Yeah, a little bit more humane ways of getting them. Now, I've never purchased, drank, or know anything about beer in my whole life, but I do know that if you buy beer, what you could do is that you get yourself a lid like this.
Okay.
You fill it up with the beer.
Right.
The snails will come up to the beer.
Really?
They get inside, they get drunk, and then they fall off the lid and they break their necks.
And you're not kidding about that, are you?
Actually, you don't have to be a boozer to do this. What you could do is get yourself some yeast.
Okay.
And just some regular yeast, some water.
Okay.
Drop the yeast, a little bit of yeast inside of the water.
Okay. And the same effect.
They'll get attracted to the yeast.
Okay.
That's why they get attracted to the beer, because there's yeast in the beer.
The yeast is what
now,
does it.
Another way you can do it is you can get these contraptions. Now, these contraptions are kind of cool because you do kind of the same thing, but here you can see how you.
They get trapped in there.
They get trapped. They'll go through this little trap door like this.
I see that.
They come in and then they don't go out.
Okay.
So they'll go that way.
A little snail house.
Indeed. Now, another way of getting rid of these things is if you have a raised planter bed.
Right.
And they have these, this is right here is copper. It's a copper tape barrier where if you take it and put it all around your planter beds or you put it around your planters or potted plants, they won't cross it. It's almost as if they get electrocuted.
Like electrified fence.
Yeah. It's really kind of a cool thing how that works.
And that just stretches out all the way around.
All the way around. That's the way we would do that.
Area. Okay.
Now, here's kind of an interesting thing too. This right here is what we call iron phosphate. Iron phosphate, brand new. It's only been about 10 years that we've been using it. It's kind of like spaghetti. Look at this stuff.
It looks like little pasta.
Yeah, it looks like little pasta.
Right.
And what you do is that it's an attractant to them. You sprinkle it, you know, just like this, how we have it on the table. You just sprinkle it like that.
Right.
And then what will happen is that the snails will come up to it, they munch on it, and of course they die.
Okay.
Now, here's the benefit for this. This, after a short period of time, turns into a fertilizer.
Oh, nice.
So no residuals.
Oh, excellent.
Unlike, you know, remember in the old days we would put down methiocarb or metaldehyde, those real killers like that. Such a great natural alternative for it.
So you're getting two methods out of it, two uses out of it.
Yeah, really good.
Great.
Now this right here looks like, what do you think that looks like? Just maybe a flower, right?
Yeah,
well,
like a gray flower.
Ironically enough, under a microscope, this stuff is razor sharp. And this is called diatomaceous earth. Same type of stuff that you used in your swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
For cleaning your swimming pool. Diatomaceous earth, you sprinkle it out just like we did before.
Right.
And just like that.
And what does that do to them?
It cuts them up.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you could also use sharp stand. But the fun part about it is this right here, you can get your own tub on this one. Let me tell you, let's open these up. This right here is the absolute best. We have what we call here, folks, these are killer snails. Look at that. Ouch! No. These are killer snails.
They look so nice.
Yeah,
and
you get these from Orcan or Orcon Organics.
Okay.
And what's fun about this is that they only eat garden snails. That's it. Now, the whole thing about this though is that you can't take these and put them in the garden
Right.
and use any of these other methods. This is all by itself. So what you would do is you would take these snails,
Right.
throw them just like that in the planter beds.
Okay.
All right, they're going to disappear.
Right.
And then when a snail comes out in its true form, a garden snail, these are going to jump up and they're going to eat them up. For more information, come to my website, thingsgreen.com, and you'll have just oodles of different ways on how to control your snails.
Sounds like a